Map number 1 here in the FACEIT Quick Live Spring Season number 2. It is Madball versus Noctis on Sinister. Watching Noctis off the spawn.
Madball's going to get himself a fairly decent start, actually, getting that LG. It is a split start, but Madball's going to have more weapons. So I'm just going to jump over to Noctis as well as we see him picking up that LG. So hopefully the whole issue here doesn't get too much into his head and he can play through it and play the game we've seen him play all today. And look at this, locking down the choke point, but not quite good enough. Madball's going to take that one down.
And I'm wondering if we're going to see the same Madball we saw earlier on, where he'll just constantly just go in, regardless of if he has a slight stack of disadvantage or not. I mean, again, he's very confident with his aim, kind of like 7. But we saw a more passive 7, I feel, in some ways. And I don't think that's what we're going to see from Madball. But he'll pick up the Mega Health. It's up to the upper yellow armor before the red armor next. And whether Noctis will make a challenge after picking up this railgun, we'll see.
Looks like it's not the case, and he did a lot of good damage. Wow, great shot from Madball there. Good response from Noctis, though. Much needed to get some damage back in there, not get pushed around too much. But look at this, he's way too early for the red armor. That is a huge mistime there from Noctis, costing him a bit of health. And also, he could have been doing something else. He could have maybe had those shards that Madball just picked up, or maybe one of the yellows that was spawned. He could have taken that, but he waited, you know, the red out. He did get it in the end, so it's a bit of a 50-50. Which yellow does Madball go to? Goes to the bottom one, and Noctis goes to the top. So good situation for Noctis. Just checking his POV once again. We can see that he is actually struggling for stack, but he's okay.
Yeah, for the time being, definitely. He could even contest on this next Mega Health if he felt like it. If he was in position and got an early opening onto Madball. But otherwise, he's probably going to want to sit back, just try and get a time on it. An ETA if he can't actually get it. And we'll see. Nope, comes in from the top, ready to deal damage down. Wow, fantastic rocket.
Now that is quite painful, to say the least. He's going to have to try to defend here, because Madball knows he can go in. And just like you said, MVC, he's going to want to go in when he gets any opportunity. And that is what happened there. Noctis going to go down off the spawn. And very, very hard thing to deal with there for the Austrian player.
Now he's got to just try and find something to work with. He has absolutely nothing. He has a rocket and a railgun. He could maybe hit a rocket here or whatever, but he needs to give himself an escape. There's no way he's going to be able to pick it up, surely. Madball's ready and waiting. Not even able to find the railgun here, Noctis. And again, another free red armor for Madball. Noctis, I don't think will even peek out at this point. And it's just about trying to stack up at this point. I don't really see any other option for Noctis.
Here we go, Madball. I don't really see him faltering here. He's got such a huge stack. It's going to take quite at least 1 or 2 minutes. And the way we saw Noctis get back in this, I mean, Noctis was in the same situation against Cypher. Let's not forget that. The thing, though, is that Cypher let a Mega go, and that's how Noctis got in. That one opportunity, he took it, and that brought him back. Noctis just learned the Mega time. So maybe we're going to see him make a play for the next Mega. But other than that, I cannot see him doing much. And you can see these rockets, they're not intended really to do damage. It's just like, well, here you go. Might as well take the shot.
Yeah, exactly. I suppose another way to look at this matchup is that we haven't really seen Madball tested in this way today. He was playing against a player that just came at him, the same as like what Madball wants to do with Noctis. This time we're seeing Noctis play more passively, and we're able to see Madball for how he plays in this situation, which is completely different. He's able to cycle the items. The yellow one will be stolen away, but it's a different Madball. A lot more calm and collected, but a brilliant rocket. All that Mega Health pretty much stripped away. The rocket to finish, 58 HP left off the start. Noctis actually with a brilliant start. Madball has to be extremely careful. Maybe one of this railgun. He jumps across! Wow, 4-1.
I was going to say that something that if someone's watching this and they're a jeweler, you should really learn from how Noctis actually took that fight, how he was building towards that for so long. I mean, let's think about the fight that happened before that, over by the yellow. Noctis knew that he had to get his stack down a little bit because he was feeling like he could actually challenge for that Mega if he got a bit of damage in first at the yellow area. And he used the defensive posturing to allow that possibility. And that's how that situation happened. Madball will steal this red armor, but can he weather the LG of Noctis? Looks like he's going to be able to survive. So really tough situation now for Noctis, who hasn't got position on the other side of the map here. So good from both players. Nice little rail, though.
Cheeky little railgun. I mean, that's exactly what we saw Noctis hit against Side. They hit those time and time again, same against 7. And that's what really going to separate the two here. Stop Madball from just charging through with a lightning gun is to hit them at distance. And he's given himself the mega health now, and even a possibility to pick up a yellow. Good stuff from Noctis. This is his way back in.
Certainly is. Now Noctis though, locking down the choke point again. And this is so important to do because that was Madball's entry to red. If he'd been let through there, Noctis has all this pressure. And look how carefree that pickup was of that red. All because Noctis locked the choke point down. Well played to him so far. And Madball is doing well to hold on to his lead.
And this is a beautiful drop down from Noctis. Well, fantastic rocket forcing Madball away. Will Noctis come charging through? Yes, he will. There's the lightning gun frag, making it 4-2, and what a time to get it as well. 5 seconds before this red. If Madball takes the bounce pad and peeks out, Noctis will hit this round, and you can guarantee it. And Madball's just going to sit back and just pick up both yellows instead. Going to try and hit the exit teleport again. Fantastic rockets from Noctis. They're coming back in full fashion, like we saw earlier on. 4-3 now, and again, nothing up on the map for Madball off the spawn.
And I have to say, Noctis, it may sound like I'm fanboying, I don't know, but as he moves up here and gets the frag, we're seeing exactly what we saw him do against Cypher. And he's been getting back in matches, he's been winning just through smart play and good execution. And every single move that he makes, it is to do something. And it is not just, oh, well, might as well attack now, or, you know, might as well just defend. There is a plan. Every single minute of the game, he's thinking about the plan. How does he get back in? What does he have to do to accomplish that? And that's how he's playing. It's something that Kula is really good at, and so far Noctis is showing us that it's working out for him, and he should be winning this next mega health. But if Madball gets aggressive, he's going to have a lot of rockets in his face, but you can see he's going to back away. He respects Noctis' position, and Madball, he's all tied up right now, and he has slowed the game down, so he's got plenty of opportunities perhaps to get back in this if he just keeps the tempo down.
Yeah, definitely. And the difference you're seeing between Madball and maybe 7 is that Madball's now walking around with the rocket launcher. He's being quiet, being careful. He doesn't want to try and give Noctis away the position. He doesn't want to prevent Noctis getting the opening shot onto him. And that's something we just did not see 7 do. Noctis was always fully aware of his position. I think that's one of the reasons why we're going to see such a close game, maybe through to the end. We've got just under 3 minutes remaining. Mega now, and you can see Noctis just got a slight view on Madball. Knows exactly where he is. So this red army is going to be able to get the upper yellow and know exactly where Madball is.
Here we go, still locked on this 4-4 scoreline. Noctis, you know, he's not feeling the pressure to really break the scoreline at the moment because it was all about getting this kind of close to 200-200 stack, and the opportunity will present itself. He'll keep trying to deny armors and resources while stealing damage here or there, and then the fragging opportunity should present itself. But that's a great opportunity for Madball, who luckily with the grenades bounced Noctis off to the lower level, but Noctis catching him with perfect LG. There's nothing he can do but die, and there you go. That's the yellow picked up as well as the frag, and that 4-4 scoreline finally broken.
That's something Madball seems to do a lot. He gets overconfident, picks up the item, and just goes in for that frag. But again, off the spawn, comes through the teleport against it. Noctis is going to be wary. He doesn't have too much though, and in comes the rocket. And yet again, Madball just, I don't know, over-eager, I want to say.
Well, right now, he has opportunity still. I mean, it's not like Noctis is super stacked. He took a lot of damage. He took a lot of punishment in getting these frags. And here's Madball going. And he doesn't want to give away this lead. He doesn't want to give away this lead when he can pull back onto the Mega. Very smart from Noctis not to try to fight in a place where he doesn't have to. And he's going to say, okay, I'll let you get that red, and I can play it slow. Madball, just going to jump onto him to see his position. 200 armor. Madball in a very good spot, but he's got to figure out, how can I catch Noctis here? Because so far Noctis has been good at evading, and he's got to do more of that. Just connect his shots when he sees Noctis.
Yeah, exactly. Noctis currently at the upper yellow armor. I mean, Madball has time on everything. He goes through the teleport. This is going to be a kill, surely. Noctis is going to have to try and back away. But he can't really back away because of the railgun. He has to kind of stand his ground and deal damage and try and make his way out slowly. And he will manage to do it and get the Mega off. Beautiful defensive play, actually, from Noctis, and connects with the rocket. And that could give him the red armor if he can get a nice railgun off. There's Madball coming in from the doorway. Brilliant rocket.
So moving in for the red. And he's going to be able to grab it. A lot of damage done by Noctis, even another rail. So this is a huge play to delay. And there's nothing Madball can do but go for it. He's got to go for it. And Noctis is going to pin him in the ground with that rail. He's going to take Sinister down. So well played to Noctis, who through whatever hiccups in his internet is going to still play a really good and focused game. So definitely, I'm quite impressed with the way that he got back in. There was one play that really stuck out to me.
Well, again, I feel like Madball threw a couple of those opportunities. He made a massive jump from the red armor to the teleport exit. Noctis got the spawn. He got the rocket. I just think it's some of Madball's strange decision making, for me at least, after some of the kills he gets or an item he picks up. Just overconfident, doesn't expect Noctis to come running through, despite having low HP. But yeah, that's my thought anyway.
I just want to highlight once more. Because I felt like it was very cool, was that, you know, sometimes when people are out playing out of control and they're like, okay, I want to get back in the game, I want to use the Mega to do it, and you think, okay, I just got to jump on the Mega when it spawns and take the fight there, take my 150 armor and go for it. What Noctis did, which was very cool, was he set up a little fight before then, and may move into that point later on, but here you go. Great start from Madball. This is how you want to start a game of Blood Run.
Yeah, 70% machine gun straight into the back of someone running forward. It's so unlucky, actually, Noctis didn't pick up the Mega, to be fair. Just enough boost from that weapon. There's the frag. There's the upper yellow. Noctis is going to have to play, well, escape mode at this point. Oh, brilliant direct rocket. Lucky not to connect with the second one, but again, just 28 points of health here. Noctis is going to be a very tough next 2 minutes. He may even just be better to go down at some point, but all the items are going to be picked up on the map soon. The upper yellow's for him. The 50 HP should be there. Yeah, so not out of it, but 2 minutes. Next 2 minutes going to be tough.
All right, so it's all going to be about if Madball can keep the pressure up, because, you know, we've seen, again, Noctis do this on Blood Run. We've seen him play Blood Run against two very, very good Blood Run players, Cypher and Seven, both terrific Blood Run players. So Madball, he's got to keep the pressure up. He's got to keep control of Noctis' stack. That's your job in control. You don't have to make the frags, but you just have to keep giving yourself opportunities, correct reads, so that you can get the damage in and keep their stack down. Eventually, they'll have nowhere to turn, apart from just dying. So that's usually how you play the early stages of a Blood Run match in control. If we switch over to Noctis, we can see already has 100 armor on him, but this very soon. It can be 50 damage, but he has to hit something. So there you go. He hit the 50 damage. Very, very, very important.
Oh, the railgun again from Noctis. You can't fault Noctis on the defensive at all today, at any point.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, narrow miss on the direct rocket there. But we can see that Noctis, you know, with the shards here or there and the 50 that he picked up, he's on 125 armor now. And again, if that 50 damage hadn't been done, he'd be on like 180 or something and be thinking about making a play already. But of course, that little damage, even though it's 50, it makes Noctis less sure. And it makes him less, basically less sure on whether the chance to make a fight happen is going to go his way or not. But look at this. Good opportunity presents itself. Hits a good rocket. Ooh, just missing the rail in time. So he's going to have to play it slow still. But things are still going well for Madball. But he's got to be careful because he's not doing the damage against Noctis he needs to.
No, I mean, one thing working in Madball's favor definitely still is that Noctis has no idea on makeup. Absolutely zero. You couldn't even make a guesstimate, I don't think, at this point. So, apart from if you take the starting spawn at about 3 or 4 seconds, but we'll see anyway. 1-0 is still on the board, and it's just going to be one railgun and a bit of LG to separate things. There's the rocket. In fact, that's even things out here. We've got Mega Help coming up soon. This has to be a guesstimated play from Noctis. He'll get it, and he'll get Mega. I must have done it from a second pickup. Third pickup, maybe. Wow. Maybe even more.
Good damage coming in from Noctis, and it's close, but he does get the finish. And actually, that's kind of annoying there, because he didn't get a rail onto Madball, and Madball picked up a rocket launcher. That's like one less thing Madball needs to think about. And you know, one of the strengths of killing someone is that you get to know that they don't have weapons, and slowly you understand, you know, okay, they don't have this weapon, they have to go for this, they have to go for this. And rockets, that's the weapon you need the most when you're playing defensively. So it's never nice to have to give that away for free.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the player out of control can just sit at the upper yellow, but again, as soon as you go and challenge him, that's it. He's going to get the rocket launcher. So it's a question of, do you just let him be at the top there, or do you try and deal damage, maybe give him the opportunity to get what he needs to play defensive? But again, brilliant rocket from Noctis. I feel like Noctis should commit to this one with the lining and 21 to 9 points of health. He may be able to get through the I mean, Madball just ballsy to stick around at the yellow. Yeah, either one.
Yeah, Madball's playing well, but unfortunately he got caught there by that rail. I mean, if Noctis missed that, that's the yellow, and he escapes, and he's fine, and he's in a good position to take a fight elsewhere. But Noctis connected that time, and is he sniffing out Madball here? It looks like he's just trying to find him, but Madball is nowhere to be seen, which is good for him. How is Madball going to turn this around? I'm just going to jump on over to him as we see. There's the pickup, and look at that, expose himself for a rail. And again, when we saw Noctis in this position against Cypher, he doesn't, we saw him, in my opinion, it's kind of the correct move. You don't want to care so much about the rails as you do getting the stacks. Because we saw him take a rail for that. And look how much damage he's taken. And Noctis is still 200. Noctis doesn't care about taking damage.
And that's the thing, there's a limited amount of help on the map as well. So eventually, if he does deal a rail here and there in Noctis, there's going to be nothing for Madball to pick up, because you've got all the armors, you have all the time, you have the cycle.
Definitely, and there's Noctis picking up the red again, and Madball, he's only picked up like a couple, bits of health, some health bubbles here or there, and a yellow. So again, if he keeps exposing himself like this, losing stack, then he's never gonna be in an opportunity where he can take a big item. That's never gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, he might even just need to commit at some point to just holding below the railgun and trying to deal LG as Noctis drops down. But 34 points of health there, just literally, or 24 even. It's 5 machine gun bullets would finish him off. Currently looking for the railgun.
The thing with Madball though is that obviously this is partly his style as well, and his damage output is very, very good. But again, this is kind of the map where that kind of style can be the weakest. So you got to be really careful. And it is quite amazing that he's managed to survive. Of course, he went down to 20 health after that last altercation. And, Noctis has been a little bit more silent because he's like, all right, I got the lead. Mega's up, Red's up, and I'll take all those big items. And look at that. Look at the trap. Look at the trap. Too good to be true. It often is. And
this is it. You bring up scoreboard for a second. You can see 9 red armors in favor of Madball, 5 for Noctis. Yellows are about even. Megas are about even. It is with traps like that Noctis is really forcing Madball out of the game and finding the kills. And this should be another one as well, finishing off with the shotgun, 5-1. And I mean, this is gonna very quickly, I think, go in favor of Noctis now.
That rail miss is gonna be really annoying now, because if he didn't miss that rail, he could have dropped there and actually just finished him off with the LG or with the shotgun. But because he missed the rail, he couldn't afford to do that. And that actually gives Madball a really big chance to pick up this next mega health if he goes for that attack. And that could be like Madball needs to take risks. He needs to force fights. And the best way to force a fight is to do it on a big item like the Mega Health. Of course, he decided to play the outskirts with the rail and so on, but, look at Noctis' stack now. Madball's missed his chance to put out a big fight and try to win it.
I mean, Noctis is so confident as well in his game. I mean, look at that, just forcing the LG fight, dives to the red, gets the kill. He knows he can output the damage he needs to get the kill. And again, Madball's still on square one, although he may give himself 2 yellows now. He's going to opt not to go for that and just work with the 50 for now. And yeah, I mean, 2 minutes remaining. This is certainly a game, and I'm just curious as what's going to be map number 3. Although, I mean, Noctis has no armor, but it's just Bloodrun being Bloodrun, how Noctis plays out of control. Yeah. You guys say more.
Yeah, it's a situation he's very comfortable with. It's going to be very difficult for Madball to do this, but the thing with Madball is that his damage output, that is a big focus of his game, at least on Bloodrun so far. That's been the story, and that's really what's kept him alive as well in many situations. I think he should have died more, but that damage output is just, it makes the situation so unclear to Noctis. So he's like, well, I'll just back away then, and it's going to be very tough for him. But this is the worst map out of the way with.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really curious to see what the third map is. I'm gonna think maybe toxicity, but I could be wrong. I didn't actually see the eliminations. I guess we'll see. But let's see if at least Madball can get a couple more on the board. But I mean, what do you think would favor Madball perhaps next?
1 minute warning.
Well, the thing is that you didn't make this point earlier about Noctis being great on the faster maps. I feel like he's pretty much great everywhere, but he is very at home on those maps for sure. And it's because he plays not only with such a great executional style, and you know he's definitely a smart player with some good control. It's the fact that his execution, it is so strong, and that's like a secondary to his game. We can see that he's a thinking player, and executions is a secondary. He's gonna be, and that's one of the reasons why Rafa's so good and so consistent, is because his execution isn't really what he thinks about when he's in these fights. It's not like, well, if I hit like I know I can hit, then I win the fight. It's more like I'm putting myself in this position because this is, 8 times out of 10, this is going to get me the item, this is going to get me the frag, this is going to get me, this is the right position to take a kill, because then the follow-up for the spawn is going to be good. Like, he's going to be thinking about positioning more. And that's, I really feel like in every map, Noctis is going to have favor. Obviously, Toxicity is such an explosive map that Madball has, I think, the best chance there. So that's a very long-winded way to answer your question, but there you go.
I mean, I get a long shot. I mean, Noctis Railgun has been quite on today. Maybe Lost World could be something. Again, don't know if it's been eliminated that Madball could play, but looks like it actually might be Cure. Okay.
All right. So I mean, this is showing that the most weakness for Noctis so far today. Cure has been the map that he's lost, and he lost it against Seven. He lost it against Cypher. So will he lose it against Madball? That's the question. Maybe that's why Madball made it so that this map could stay in. Obviously, Noctis doesn't feel horrendous here, otherwise he would have gotten the remove there. And we know that he's not feeling terrible about Delirium, so Delirium is a map he wanted to pick as well. So he's obviously more than comfortable having this map here, even though he's lost it twice. So I'm not sure how much to read into that. Of course, it was Seven, and it was Cypher who beat him here. So this could be the best map for Madball. We'll see.
Yeah, who watching off the start in map number 3?
We got Noctis on cam. He's going to get that red armor railgun start, and it's a natural split, it seems.
Yeah, pretty even across the board. Noctis again has the railgun, which Madball does not. Could be coming in useful right about the time of the Mega Health, but I'm sure Madball is going to make his way over there ASAP. And of course, we do have that big tasty red armor coming up next, which Madball's going to drop for Noctis with the better rocket. But again, the stair clipping makes it so awkward to hit rockets upwards. And in goes Madball toward the red. He'll get that one, and now it's a charge toward the Mega Health. And this could be caught out. This could be a frag here for Madball. A bit too early there, Noctis, for the Mega Health. It's going to be 1-0 on the board. And the yellow, no! Noctis with the spawn. Not too bad then off the start.
Yeah, so Madball, good position here for some damage, but this is... it should be a position that he'd like. I mean, you got to hit the shots in that kind of a spot. He missed both rails. Of course, Noctis is so stacked, it probably wouldn't have made much of a difference. And Madball, he knew he was going to die there, but it was more the case that he wanted to at least steal away the red. And of course, we can see that didn't happen. So Madball is a little bit frustrated, and this is the last map. This is the last chance, rather, I should say, for him to keep himself alive in this tournament. So he's got to be very careful with his tournament life. It's a tight game, a game in which he's in very poor shape control-wise.
Yeah, definitely. We can see a bit of an exchange. Noctis will pick up another one on the board just in time for the red armor. He needs a bit of health, but there's a 25 and there's a lot of shards and HP bubbles knocking around this map, so Noctis is going to be okay for the time being. I even think the 50 HP is available if he does need to move down onto it, but he will drop down with the LG. Caught in a sticky situation, but has that rocket launcher, that advantage that Madball just does not have, and that's going to make it 3-1. Now, we have got the Mega and Red spawn at the same time, so oh wow, Madball could back onto that. Instead tries to find the shot and then lose a bit of HP. Even might even get trapped here by the railgun.
But let's think about that death that Madball had at the LG there. Did he really need the LG so badly there that he was willing to die for it? Because that's what happened. Did he need to do that? Was that a sign of frustration? Because if you have Noctis standing there, it's not gonna go well if you've got Noctis standing there.
Yeah, no, I think it's just a sign of Madball. It just seems to be who Madball is, and I think it's something that Madball needs to find a way over. It's almost like his hurdle, I think. Sometimes he just commits for things when he can't. Yeah, he's maybe a little bit too impatient. Would you call it impatient, maybe?
It may be a combination of things. Impatience brought about by some frustration and by perhaps maybe lack of experience. Maybe playing a little bit emotionally. I mean, of course, we can see that execution is one of the real strengths to his gameplay. And if there's a lot of focus there, if there becomes a lot of pressure on you, if you're not hitting your shots, then you start to feel bad and you don't perform as well. So it's an emotional roller coaster to be a very a player that's hugely executionally reliant. So I wouldn't say that he is one of those, but definitely it does play a part.
Well, this frag lead is very quickly falling away from Madball at the moment. He doesn't have a lot to work with either. If Noctis comes in for the fight, he would likely to go down here, Madball. So again, has to be very calculated with these attacks. In fact, he can't even fall out of here. He needs to take the LG fight. And actually, I'm really surprised Noctis did drop down there rather than just sticking around for the frag. But again, Noctis doesn't really need frags at this point. Again, like we spoke about last time, he can just cycle the items, pick them up, deal damage to Madball here and there, and he's not really going to be able to do anything with it. But he has managed to pick up the red armor there, Madball, and it has worked against Noctis. Just not with much HP off the spawn, the 50 health.
Yeah, this is a tough spot for Madball indeed, because he got the frag. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage with the plasma. Noctis is going to know it as well. And he's going to be able to grab the LG. And because of that, look at his position. No way Madball takes this. Now Noctis has a better stack. If Madball sticks around, he dies. If Madball tries to take Mega Health, he should die. This is just terrible for Madball on all fronts. And Noctis, oh, okay, that's pretty smart. He kind of made it seem like Mega was accessible, and Madball didn't know whether Noctis was at yellow or if he was at Mega. So he didn't know where was safe, and then Noctis came through the best position, got a lot of damage, and the Mega. So well played to Noctis there, and making life very hard for Madball.
Yeah, at this point it almost feels like delay for Noctis. As long as he can pick up these items, 7's going to have to deal a ridiculous amount of damage. Unreturned it would have to be, because every time we see Madball come off the spawn, he has to instead, rather than looking for the conversion frag or pick up major power-ups, he just needs to find HP. That's been every situation so far, and there's limited HP bubbles on the map. They're way out of the way of the items he needs to really pick up to deny away from Noctis. So we're going to have to see if he can connect with these railguns or rockets, and Noctis going to pick up the Mega. Madball will get the red. Now, this could be good news for Madball, because if he doesn't go into too much of a fight, this next Mega Health could be his.
Madball is just trying to take it slow right now, which is good. I mean, he doesn't need to do anything drastic or rash, or we've seen Noctis exploit players who are a bit too loud. I mean, we had 7 in that situation where he's a bit too loud around the map. Madball instead, he's playing a slow game now, trying to catch out Noctis whilst waiting for this red armor. Noctis not to show himself though, but again, it's fine for him. He's got enough of a decent situation on the armor not to have to make a challenge here. And if he can push Madball off the top level with the rocket, that would be really strong. But look at this, in with the LG, backs out. In with the LG, backs out. Keeps making the fight really hard. And this is why Noctis is a great TDM player.
Yeah, just so good in those fights. It's one of those things. It's like if you keep falling back out of the range of that lightning gun, he's not going to stop firing. He's going to waste ammunition as well. It's just a lot about mind games in that situation. Noctis is just a superior deathmatcher, I guess you could say. But still, it is just 6 frags in the game. Madball does have a lot to his name, but again, it's all about the Mega Health for Madball. That's a brilliant rocket, but again, Noctis still better stacked. Lost all of his armor now. This should gift him the red armor, Madball. Now he absolutely needs to get this Mega Health, no questions asked. Noctis doing a really good job of pushing him away though, and Noctis may even just jump toward the Mega Health just to try and steal it away and prevent that stack. Even if he goes down here, Noctis, I feel like this was a good decision by him, and connects with the railgun as well. Straight away, it's just almost one railgun to kill Madball.
But it is not over yet. We cannot count out Madball, who has, under pressure, performed previously in the tournament. So let's see if he's going to be able to make this comeback a reality. 5 frags to go. Nice bit of rocket work there. And I mean, both of these players have probably similar aims, but it's just the fact that Noctis is so tactically strong. his tactics are amazing. Like, the in-fight ability is very, very good. And that's really what's been getting the better of Madball. Madball's had better positions a lot of the time, but Noctis is able to get himself out of those spots. Great rockets again, and defensive Noctis is doing so much damage, exactly how it should be. And Madball, oh, great rail, and he's going to knock Noctis down. Shotgun finish, exactly the opportunity he needed. And this could start the comeback that he needs.
It has to be now. We've got time for him to pick up everything. So much time between the red and the mega half. There's no way the Noctis can get on either. Not unless he hit 2 brilliant direct rockets can Noctis pick up one of those items. He could maybe stick around, deal OG damage if Madball does make the jump toward the mega half. But even then, that would be a risk. He knows that's a risk he doesn't necessarily need to take with the time remaining. But Noctis is just about hitting 3 damage as Madball comes charging through for the kill. And there's a good shot on toward the mega half. Can he find the other second one? In comes Madball. The rocket's good. The second one good as well. But Madball has the stack he needs. And a railgun off the spawn. There should be another one here for Madball. 8-6.
Big risk going for the rocket jump against the plasma, but we can see that it worked out. And with the time remaining, it's risks like that he's going to have to take. So it is a good move to go for it. And now he has the Mega coming up in 10 seconds. So he's thinking about that, and he's thinking about catching Noctis. So
he did hear the yellow pickup as well.
So here he goes. He should be good for this. Let's see what Noctis is going to do about it. It's just like he's going to try to lock down that choke point, but in fact, it's going to get him killed. And 8-7 is now the score as Madball tries so hard, and he's very close to making this a tied match situation. 60 seconds left.
I kind of feel like Noctis is going to go all out at some ridiculous angle. Or he does have the rocket, so maybe he'll just keep backing away. But I'm expecting, as soon as, if Noctis can get on an LG, he's just going to go all out.
Here he goes, like Madball up the stairs, and he's going to catch Noctis with that great grenade fired earlier in that fight. Oh no, Noctis getting caught, and he's going to go down again. He's just falling, just one frag after the next. It is just, so the floodgates are unleashed, and it's coming so easily now for Madball. Noctis is back against the wall again, no escape. And GG, Noctis calls it. He had the game won for like 9 minutes. Well, I guess 8 minutes, and then boom.
Yeah. Just took that one frag though again, didn't it? And then at the beginning of the game, every time Madball did get a kill or anything like that, he had to just focus on picking up health. But finally, after that first frag, he could really make something worth it. He could actually focus on the major power-ups instead. And
exactly. Yeah. It's an interesting situation. I mean, we've seen Noctis lose this map 3 times now, so perhaps there's something about Cure that he hasn't quite got down yet, because obviously every other map we've seen him on has been stellar play, like really strong. Nothing, not taking anything away from Madball, but definitely we're seeing a bit of a higher quality from Noctis on the maps like Blood Run and Sinister. But we move to Lost World, and this is another map which he has God knows how much experience on. He's got a lot of experience here, and against the best in the world. So that's what Madball's facing up against now. And let's see if Noctis is able to draw upon that experience to get himself the win here in this grand final. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm watching Noctis off the start. Going to pick up the shotgun and the mega health. Madball got the rocket launcher that is probably more important on this map than it is even on Blood Run. We'll take both the yellows and could even drop to the red. Noctis would be very bored. Actually, Noctis is going to be able to steal this away from Madball. Slight oversight perhaps there from Madball as he wanted to try and deny the yellows. And that's actually given Noctis map advantage. Just needs the, again, I say map advantage without the rocket launcher or the lightning gun. We'd probably argue otherwise.
Yeah, he cannot take any fights really on the open areas. He can, of course, do a lot at the Mega, and he might just go for it. He's got a lot of plasma cells. He can just go in right now, and he's going to do that with the plasma. Really good move from Noctis. It's risky, but he's got the frag, and he's going to take up that Mega as well. So a really good situation there coming in for Noctis, and it's hopefully for Madball, he's going to be able to recover from this, but it's looking bad. In the first minute, he goes down so much on the health and the armor. But yeah, in Madball's fashion, he goes in and straight out again as he gets taken out by Noctis.
I mean, he did strip away all the armor. If he can get, maybe he's got the lightning gun spawn, that could be good for him. There's no way he's going to get on the red armor. Actually, Noctis in on the mega health early. This could be a really good opportunity for Madball. Yeah, I feel like Noctis should have gone for the red. I don't know if he should have had the time, I think. Interesting. 2-1, Madball turning things around. But again, Noctis has middle map and he has the rocket launcher, and you can deny your opponent coming into here if you want to, especially if you start the opening damage with the machine gun. It's just a really difficult area to gain entry to if you don't want to let him
Definitely. Here we go now. Madball making the play for the red armor. He's got his opponent lurking above, but he does escape with plenty of health and armor left over. And look at this. Noctis goes straight in on the Mega. He wins the Mega. Can he win the fight as well? That's the question. Madball backing away. But that fight was sure something. I didn't expect Noctis to come out with the Mega there, but you can see that it didn't really last very long, and Madball ended up getting the better of the situation with the frag. So Madball also with Noctis more or less trapped there, actually gets away, but this looks good for Madball.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, he has the possibility to silhouette yellow, Mega. He could even rocket jump up here if he wanted to. But it looks like he's not going to bother. I mean, he only has 47 on that lightning gun. He kind of needs a bit more ammo for that weapon, but there's no way Noctis can come in middle map. No way.
So it's going to be a question of the waiting game now. Noctis is, I wouldn't say fully committed there, but that is a strong commitment for a lot of damage. And was it really worth it? I don't know. We have the Mega spawning in 15 seconds. Noctis lost every ounce of armor that he had, which means he's got to just sit back. There's no way that he can push in for this Mega without certain death. So, I mean, Madball can just push him out the upper area again. I mean, the damage that he did was negligible on that push out, and Madball can just take control of the entire map again. I don't know about this for the decisions from Noctis right now, but Madball, he's looking good. He's looking like he's going to get the frag in the next 30 seconds or so.
Yeah, but at the same time, it is Lost World, and getting the frag on this map, well, that can prove to be difficult for even the best of players against the worst of players. So we'll see. Madball's still holding his ground, trying to force Noctis back. He is caught in a sticky situation here, Noctis. You can see the grenade coming out to try and bait Noctis, get him trapped, and he has done. In comes the fight with the lightning gun, and you caught it correct. There comes the frag. 3-2. The Mega health now as well. Oh, stolen away from Noctis. He doesn't have the shotgun though, so he'll have to back away quickly. He doesn't want to engage for that. And Madball will finally get some armor to his name.
Yeah, good rocket jumps there from Madball, but look at this. Unfortunately, jump straight into the plasma of Noctis. That could have gone towards Noctis, the frag there, but Madball able to survive, and 4-2 now the scores. I mean, Madball's looking to force us to a 5th map, and that would be quite a result against Noctis, having defeated Cypher 2-1, 7-2-1. Can Madball actually take Noctis down in the grand finals for the ultimate twist in today's tournament?
It would be the twist of, I don't know, legends. But anyway, 5-2 on the board at the moment. That's the top of Noctis. Madball, he's going to be just comfortable. He knows that Madball, the Noctis has barely any rockets left. He's seen how many he's fired. He knows where the rocket ammunition is, which is to his right. He knows there's one in the middle map, and he also knows he needs a lightning gun. So Madball knows the path that Noctis needs to go to. And you can see the rocket jump up again to this area. He gets it, exactly. That's the yellow.
So he hasn't done much damage to Noctis in a while until that rocket. Just going to check Noctis' situation out. Obviously, he just heard the Mega time. So, it's in position. Oh, Noctis has 1 rocket left. That is bad news. He needs the rocket pick up. He needs the LG. And he needs to hit a lot of plasma. Can he do it? Oh, he hits quite a bit, but still. He's going to die. He did get all of Madball's armor off. That's kind of okay, but we have the red there and 10 seconds to the Mega, and now Noctis is in no shape to actually challenge it. And that was his plan basically. He took the time of the Mega. He had about 100 armor, and the plan was to challenge for it. He's still going to go with that plan, and it looks like he might even get it. Had Madball not hit that rocket, he would have actually found the frag. So Noctis definitely, putting in some plays here, but it's just he's falling short at the moment.
Yeah, again the red armor, and we're approaching the 4-minute remaining mark. I wouldn't be surprised soon to see Noctis maybe forfeit. I mean, again, if we've seen this many frags go in favour of Madball, we can see them come out from Noctis, but there's another one, 9-2, and
there it is.
The forfeit.
So, NBC, we're going to have a 5th and final map between Noctis and Madball. Can Madball take this grand final for, again, the ultimate twist? I mean,
he's won the last 2 maps. The momentum is in his favour, but Noctis, this map pool is only bearable in best of 3. What is the final map?
Well, we're about to find out. Noctis and Madball. I don't know. I mean, Noctis defeated the best Belarusian. Is he gonna lose to Madball? I don't know. This is getting interesting right now. Furious Heights. This should be a better map for Noctis. But then again, I would have thought that Lost World would be a better map for Noctis as well. So it shows what I know.
I think watching him play today, his railgun from Noctis has really kept him in certain situations. And obviously, Lost World, there had never been a railgun, even though at times I've said he's railable many times, even in DreamHack, I think. But yeah, he starts things off him all with a telefrag. So I think Noctis is going to take this.
Here we go. We have Noctis, Madball. Oh my god, this is a ridiculously good start for Noctis. Is he just going to get this for free? What the hell?
He played this map a hell of a lot when he was playing Duel. You would think that Noctis is more than comfortable on this map. There's a player, you can play it any way he likes. There's so many opportunities. We speak about it every single week. And then comes the push into the landing gun. The 50 HP to help though. Yeah, the mini mega health. Just
that 50.
That 50.
Noctis goes and he's angry. He's infuriated and he's going in with the rockets. They're pretty damn good, to be honest. I had no idea that he'd actually get that much out of that fight. I thought it was quite foolish from Madball's perspective, looking at that fight. But yeah, he got a lot of damage in there and he's going to be able to get this mega health. Wow, the rails from Madball are something special.
And this is what we saw Noctis do against the other players. This time Madball really the one connecting with the shots. The rails in particular. I just want... Noctis needs to get a rail, and I feel like that's what's going to separate... Well, give him somewhat of an edge. Is to get that weapon, and the cheeky little rocket jump picks up the 50 HP. Plenty of time before the mega in the red armor. Madball's going to give him one of them. They're going to try and deny maybe the red, but... Oh, wow. Unlucky not to get the kill.
Yeah, so Noctis has to slow this down now. I mean, there's not much for him to really do at this point against the stack of Madball. Madball, should be able to pick up the 50. It should be spawning relatively soon, or his selection of 25s. But generally speaking, it's going to be very difficult. He could maybe think about a challenge on the red, but it'll be risky. But Madball's actually not in position for it. Noctis will play it by ear, and he's like, okay, I'll take this then. If you're going to leave that up for me, I'm going to take it. And that was all because, by the merit of the fact that Madball had a very low amount of health, and he was more concerned with picking up health than positioning for red.
Yeah, a case that has been so on the first two maps for Madball, but here we go, can he find another threat? Noctis is screaming 33 points of health, 7 machine gun bullets, now just 6. That will be the LG to finish. Would have won, and the red arm, and again, just Madball. In the last 3 maps, every time he gets a kill, the majority of the time, he has so much.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I was digging up Noctis earlier on, right now, it's Madball that needs to be bigged up because he's playing a really good game against Noctis. Very strong, very steady, hitting the shots that he needs to hit, and he's just, steady. That's the best way to put it. He's not overextending himself. There you go. Noctis picks up the red. Boom. Little rails going in there, keeping that stack advantage, and the frags are slowly but surely coming to him.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just about time here for Madball. And if he keeps doing what he's doing, that frag count will increase further. Unless Noctis can get a couple of cheeky direct rockets. There was one, but the LG to finish. I mean, Madball really has exploded.
Yeah, that's
Furious Height.
Opening direct. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah. Although,
and yeah, that is the textbook way to get back in, isn't it? Just you spawn that rocket launcher and just sit at that choke point.
The trouble Noctis has is he doesn't have any armor at all, so even though he has a health advantage, you'd have to go straight into the LG of Madball. He'd only be able to hold forward, and that will be Madball's pickup. So Noctis still doesn't have any.
Interesting here, Noctis playing for the weapons and some positional damage, but it's these grenades, but he's kind of sacrificing future position. But it seems like Madball's actually going to drop back down there, and this is interesting right here. All right, okay, I'm not really sure how to read that situation, but either way, Madball is able to pick off Noctis, and he's going to be able to get a follow-up off the spawn as well. So Noctis actually, he's not feeling it right now. 7-2, Madball's gonna take it. Noctis forfeits the rest of the time, and MVC, we have a winner. The ultimate twist. Madball takes down the player who took down Cypher 2-1, who took down 7-2-1. He took down Noctis.
I don't get it. I don't get it. That's my book with all the results on. I'm looking through it. Makes no sense. Madball deserved it though. He really did play well in those final 3 maps here in the grand final.
Yeah.
Really stepped up his game. Noctis just couldn't keep up.
Definitely. So there you go. Congratulations to Madball, who I think won his first Sunday Cup here in the spring season in 2014. Very, very, very well played to you, sir. Massive props. Also props to Noctis, who gave us a really good show. I mean, we saw him plow through seven in Cypher to get to this grand final. So hope to see Noctis back again. And also thanks again for casting with me, MVC.
Yeah, no, it's always appreciate it. And I'll be back again for the grand final of the previously delayed winter season.
Exactly. And we've got to remind people about that. The 1st of April, 7 p.m. CET. Make sure you are there to check it out. We're going to have the winter season finale grand final that was postponed between Evil and Cypher. It's going to be played then. So, tune in, set your calendars, whatever. You don't want to miss it. And thank you so much for tuning in. This whole Quake thing wouldn't work unless you guys were all playing, unless you guys were watching. So thanks to you guys, here watching Quake live on FACEIT TV. But I think that's all for today. Had a very quick show, and there you go. So good night, guys.
Yeah, there you go. That's pretty much it.
We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.